Hi, welcome to Caratuti. This is Ingrid Carlson. This is a place for all things art, journaling, and if you love vintage and tutorials, then you're in the right place. Today I am sharing a project that I am so excited about. My friend Nanda over on Instagram as Apple of His Eye has created a scripture writing plan that is going to be completely, absolutely free for anyone that wants to join in for the month of June. It's going to be a 31-day writing plan, and you can run over right now and grab yourself a copy and join along with us. So I'm just doing the prep work so that in June I am ready to go. These are just some of my favorite pages from the kit, although it was hard because they are all completely beautiful, and I will do a flip through in just a minute so you can get to see them better. And I will also have a link to Nanda's Instagram where you can get the link in her bio to download it yourself. I hope that you join me in June, but for now, let's go ahead and get started. I tossed around a few ideas of what I was going to do, but I ultimately decided to do a kind of twist on a traveler's notebook insert and a junk journal. I had some of this junk mail that I had been hoarding, hoping to use one day, and I thought this project was perfect for it because it really has everything that you need. And that being said, I wanted to encourage you that if you don't have the time or the resources or the supplies to make a journal right now, don't worry about it. All you need is some kind of notebook and a glue stick or some wet glue to add pages and ephemera, and you are completely good to go. As you can see, the kit has everything for you. It's got instructions, it's got background papers, it even has ephemera. It is completely done for you, and so now all you have to do is focus on the writing. I'm curious if you haven't downloaded a kit and you're just looking at it here, or even if you have downloaded it, which is your favorite print? I am a sucker for all things floral, so I don't even know that I could necessarily pick a favorite, but I'm wondering what yours would be. And just a little spoiler, this is going to end up on my cover because I was obsessed with that print. I told you the kit was completely beautiful. So let's get started with our booklet. I am taking a piece of cardstock and I am folding it, but not completely flat, so that it gives it a little bit more room. Although at the end it gets smushed all the way down, so that's okay. I am taking my piece of paper and I am just marking a midpoint, and then I think I marked down about 2.5 inches from the top and the bottom and marked them. This is going to end up being the holes where my stitching comes in, and I am going to be doing just a simple pamphlet stitch. And I'm not going to go into complete detail, but if you want me to, leave a comment down below and I'll make another video for it. Here I am removing some of the pages from this little recipe booklet because I want to add in some tip-ins, and that is where you add paper and then it either like tips up or tips down or tips to the side. I will be doing some of those with you guys, so if you want to do the same thing as me, then just go ahead and make your complete booklet a couple pages short. Here I am taking a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to use it as my guide for the holes. That way all the holes line up. Now, a little tip that I want to give you guys is when you are doing this, it is very important that you mark what your top is. If it is off by even a millimeter, it's going to make a difference in your holes. Another thing that I would like to point out is if you have thin paper like I did, then I would probably just do the holes all at once instead of doing each one and then trying to line them up. I think that not only would it have saved a little bit of time, but a little bit of heartache too, trying to line up the needle to go through all 3 pieces or 4 pieces at once. Essentially, when you are doing a pamphlet stitch, the first thing you want to decide is whether your tails are going to be on the outside of your signature or on the inside. In this case, I put them on the inside, and so if you go along with me on this one, what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle, and starting from the inside of the book, you're going to run your needle through the middle hole to the outside. You're going to go up the top hole and then all the way down to the bottom hole, back through from the inside, back out. And then you go with the needle back in the middle hole, and you have your 2 tails, you tie them in a knot, and it's that easy. I'm using DNC embroidery thread, but feel free to use anything that you want. Just remember that the thicker the fabric, whether it's ribbon or yarn or sari thread, that you will need to have your holes a little bit thicker, and your needle hole needs to be wider as well. I think that one of my favorite parts of this insert is going to be the car trifold that I'm going to glue to the left-hand side. It is so fun and interactive that it can flip up and then back down, and so I am just attaching it here to the left-hand side, and I'm pushing down to make sure that the glue sticks. And this glue that I'm using, I think it's very similar to the Fabri-Tac, and it's really great. It glues really well, and I love using it on any project that I want to be very secure. On the back of the cover, I'm adding this really cute little treat bag that I got in my Dollar Tree haul, and if you haven't checked out that video, it's either the last one or the one before, I'm not sure. It's in the series of finding really cheap junk journal supplies over at Dollar Tree, and I just sketched out a half circle, and it is not perfect, and yours does not have to be either. I think it gives it more whimsy not to be. I love adding a pocket or an envelope to the back of any insert or journal, because if I want to add any extra ephemera or little tidbits, I can put them there and they will be safe, and then they stay with the booklet. And I especially love how this bag just peeks over just a little bit over the top, and you're going to be able to see it in the finished project, and I think it adds just some whimsy. But this is the finished booklet. As you can see, it was super easy to make, and I hope that you join me. I am going to be making something every single day of the writing plan for the 31 days over on Instagram, so make sure if you're not following me, you follow me, and that you turn on your notifications so that you get notified every time that I post. Don't forget to look for Nando's link down below, and I will see you soon.